Welcome to the Royal Calcutta Turf Club for the Calcutta races Monsoon meeting 8-day Saturday 20th September 2025 race preview. The first of 7 races is the Star of Italy handicap for horses rated 1 to 26 to be ridden by jockeys of Indian nationality to be run over a distance of about 1600 meters. First up, we're looking at Amalfitana. Last start was in race number 40 where Amalfitana went over 1800 meters, went on a start to finish mission until the last 500 meters or so when Amalfitana started to run out of gas and the early exertions took a toll and Amalfitana eventually finished on last of 5 runners. The winner here was Hart. Next up, we got 2 Global Fashion. Global Fashion last time was in 3rd spot. Came under pressure almost 800 meters from home where was ridden out and under the jockey's urging made some late grounds but eventually could only finish on 2nd to Cool Daddy, who subsequently finished on 2nd to another decent type. Three is Mahalaga. Mahalaga switched base from Madras, had a start in the race number 39 on the previous day where Mahalaga was in 4th spot. When asked for an effort, Mahalaga really didn't have much to offer, eventually dropped back, finished on 2nd last of 7 runners. The winner here was City of Joy, who made every poster winning one. Mahalaga today the mount of Alimuddin, who claims 4 kilos off. Aretha, who has been known to like the monsoon track more than the winter, had a quiet winter season and had a start in race number 31 in this season on the monsoon track where Aretha was racing in 9th spot, eventually beat one home, finished on 8th of 9 runners. Aretha is the mount of Imran Chisti, is drawn 2. We move on to the second race of the day, the Best of the Blues handicap for horses rated 1 to 26 to be ridden by jockeys of Indian nationality to be run over a distance of about 1200 meters. First up, we're looking at Jolafet. Jolafet has had 3 starts in this season. Best start was in race number 23. This was the penultimate start for Jolafet, where finished on 3rd of 11 runners. Last start, the one we are looking at, was in race number 35, went over 1400 meters, was in 12th spot, made some late gains, eventually finished on in 8th spot. The winner here was Only Dreams. Jolafet today the mount of Anthony Raj S. We have a few runners which went up against each other. This is from race number 31. We had Swift Lady, which was Swift Lady's 2nd start and 2nd placed effort in race number 31 after being in 3rd spot for most while. We had number 5, which is UV. UV has already had 5 runs in this season, placed effort here in race number 31 where UV was mostly travelling in 4th spot, then came into 3rd spot. And 6 is Line Up and Collect. Line Up and Collect in earlier start finished on 3rd behind Togo. Over here, Line Up and Collect was slow into stride and eventually came out and finished on 6th. 3 Horace the Great, 7 Diamond Gold. Race number 39 is the one we are looking at. This was the 2nd start Horace the Great had in the season. Earlier start finished on 7th. Over here, Horace the Great, after being in 5th spot for most while, beat one more and finished on 4th of 7 runners. 7 Diamond Gold, who was racing in 2nd spot until the last 250 meters where was beaten into 3rd spot and eventually finished on 3rd. Diamond Gold again the mount of Mohammad Azharuddin and Horace the Great the mount of Vishal and Gunde. For his Happy Morning. Happy Morning has had 3 starts in this season. Had a start in race number 20. The start we are showing you is the penultimate start that Happy Morning had. That was in race number 80 where she finished on 7th. Since then she has finished on 4th in race number 20 over 1200 meters behind Vince Angel. Happy Morning today the mount of Mohammad Imran and is drawn 7. Third race of the afternoon is the no-whip race, the Night Jar Handicap Division 1 for horses weight 21 to 46, weight 1 to 26, eligible to be ridden by jockeys of Indian nationality, to be run over a distance of about 1100 meters. Looking at Lavish Girl, first up, has had 3 starts. Earlier start in race number 3, finished turn 3 under heavy conditions. Since then has had couple of unplaced effort. Last start was in race number 44, where Lavish Girl was a little slow into stride, was brushed up, was racing in 5th spot. Then the early exertions perhaps took a toll and eventually finished on 6th of 8 runners. The winner was Celtic Harlequin. Couple of runners we are looking at. This is from race number 38, Kashmir Silk and NRI Fantasy. Kashmir Silk, 2 starts in the season, both unplaced effort. In race number 23, finished on 8th. Race number 38, finished on 6th. The run we are looking at is from race number 38, went over 1200 meters. 10 NRI Fantasy, who's had 4 starts in the season, was second placed in race number 20 behind Vince Angel over 1200 meters. Over here, NRI Fantasy was in 5th spot, came up with a late run and eventually finished on 4th of 9 runners. 3 is Superimpose, couple of starts in the season for Superimpose. In race number 23, was a little slow into stride and eventually finished on 7th. Last start was in 7th spot at the stern, then made a couple of placings and eventually finished on 5th of 9 runners. The winner here was Sabar, who practically made every post a winning one. Four is Kasha Laika. A couple of starts for Kasha Laika in this season. Earlier start was in race number 9, where she finished on 6th. The run we are looking at is from race number 25, where Kasha Laika went over 1400 meters, was in 4th spot, stayed on in 4th. The winner here was Enola Holmes, and Kasha Laika at the mount of Nikhil Naidu is drawn 8. 6 is Jet. Jet has had a start after switching base from Pune in race number 35, where Jet was in 8th spot. When asked for an effort, Jet really dropped back and was eased up, eventually finished on 12th of 12. The winner here was Only Dreams. Oremelo was another runner who had a start, but then we are unable to show that start. That was in race number 25, went over 1400 meters and finished on 5th. Looking at Kindred Spirit, couple of starts for Kindred Spirit in this season. Race number 1, made every poster winning one, won very comfortably by over 6 lengths. Last start, the one we are looking at, was in race number 8, where Kindred Spirit was held back, was urged along until the last 300 meters, where started to really bridge the gap, just fell short by about a length to Skyhawk. Kindred Spirit, the mount of Ankush, who claims 5 kilos off. 9 is City of Joy. City of Joy definitely gave a lot of joy to the connections, winning the last race from start to finish, where eventually had 5.5 lengths to spare. City of Joy again the mount of Vishal Bunde in drawn 2. We move on to the 4th race, another whipless race, the Night Jar Handicap Division 2 for horses weight 21 to 46, weight 1 to 26, eligible to be ridden by jockeys of Indian nationality, to be run over a distance of 1100 meters. We're looking at Oishika. Oishika has had 2 starts in the season. In race number 10, finished on 3rd to Morano. Last start, Oishika was in 3rd spot, then started to warm up late into the day scene. But the race was as good as over because Sabar had a useful lead, and Oishika came out and finished on 2nd. Oishika, the mount of RS Bhatti, drawn 8. Three is Chili Lady. Couple of starts for Chili Lady in this season. Had a very decent winter season where she won a race and placed in a handful of races, and last start was in race number 25, where Chili Lady was slow into stride, then was brushed up, took over the running into the home straight, was ahead, but then dropped back slightly, eventually finished on 3rd of 7 runners, just missed out on the place money. Chili Lady today the mount of Nikhil Naidu, drawn 6. 4 is Bundle of Charm. 3 starts for Bundle of Charm, was a winner in opening day in race number 3. Since then, couple of starts in race number 10, finished on 7th over 1100 meters. Race number 23 was in 6th spot, that was also over 1100 meters. Then started to make some inroads and eventually finished on 4th of 11 runners. The winner here was Kerry Gold, bundle of jump, the amount of Vishal Bunde. 8 is Dancing Queen. Dancing Queen has had 3 starts in this season. Better start was in race number 14, where she went over 1600 meters, was in second spot eventually. The start we are looking at is from race number 35, where Dancing Queen, after being in 9th spot at the bend, started to make some late gains and eventually finished on 5th of 12 runners. The winner here was Only Dreams. Dancing Queen today, the amount of P. Tejeshwar, drawn 1. Finally, we got Memphis, who's had a couple of starts, and Memphis earlier start she finished on 8th in race number 19 over 1200 meters. Last start, the one we are looking at, is race number 38. Memphis was in a forward position until the last 250 meters, where Memphis started to slide back through the field, eventually finished on 8th of 9 runners. The winner here was Trillionaire. Memphis, the amount of Vinay Jaiswal again, drawn 7 today. Moving on to the 5th race of the day, the Quincy Handicap for horses weight 21 to 46, grade 1 to 26, eligible to be run over a distance of about 1400 meters. First up, we're looking at a couple of runners. Skyhawk, sporting trainer. Skyhawk, definitely the noteworthy runner. 2 starts in the season, 2 wins. Race number 8 got the measure of Kindred Spirit, who was the earlier start winner. Race number 19 got the measure of Sabar, who has subsequently won. So that's a very strong form line for Skyhawk. And Skyhawk last outing was in race number 19, won the race by almost 2 lengths. Today again the amount of Vishal Bunde, drawn 4. 2 is Trebia, 7 is Victorious Omen. Trebia, who's had 3 starts, last start was perhaps the better start, where Trebia finished on 4th of 9 runners behind Sabar. 7 Victorious Omen, who came down from Western India and here raced in 4th spot, then came late into the scene and eventually finished on 3rd. Victorious Omen, the amount of Imran Chisti, and Trebia to be ridden by R.S. Bhatti. 3 runners we're looking at: Zambezi, Flomi, Jamaica. Zambezi, who's had 4 starts in the season. A better start was in race number 15, where finished on 2nd over 1600 meters behind Galway Girl. And then Flomi, who's had 1 start in this season, and that was in race number 35, was racing in 11th spot for most while, eventually finished on 11th. And 8, which is Jamaica, who's had a couple of starts, unplaced in both starts so far. Six is Rocket. Rocket came down from Western India, had a mock race, then had a start in race number 38, where Rocket was racing in 9th spot, eventually finished on 9th and was really outpaced in this race. Rocket, the winner here was Trillionaire. Ten is Rosalia. Rosalia is by fear out of Athens, and a couple of starts in Bombay, where she finished on 4th and 7th respectively. Came down to Calcutta, had a start in race number 27, where Rosalia was in 4th spot and started to bridge the gap late into the race, and eventually finished on 2nd. Rosalia, the amount of Neeraj Raul, drawn 1. We move on to the 6th and feature race of the day, the Scruples Cup for horses rated 61 to 86, rated 41 to 66, eligible to be run over a distance of about 1200 meters. First up, we're looking at Bharat. This is the start from Bangalore, where Bharat had 3 starts, and a better start was in race number 46, where Bharat finished on 3rd behind Champions Way. The start we are looking at is race number 98, where Bharat was in 9th spot onto the bend and eventually beat another one home and eventually finished on 8th of 12 runners. The winner here was Trahila. Bharat, the mount of Vivek G. We got 4 runners which went up against each other and will take on each other again today. From race number 28, La Dominate. Second start for La Dominate has been unplaced in both start. Over here finished on 8th. Outlander had a solitary start in the season, was in 8th spot, then came up and eventually finished on 4th. And 6, which is Roman Spirit. Roman Spirit was in 5th spot, then dropped back slightly, eventually finished on 6th. And 9 is Tycoonist, whose second start of the season. Earlier start finished on 7th. And over here, Tycoonist, after being in front under the last 250 meters, dropped back, finished on 5th of 10 runners. 5 is Matangi. Matangi has had couple of starts. The last start was in race number 44, where Matangi was on a start to finish mission. Was in front until the last 25 meters, was idling a bit and just got caught up by Celtic Harlequin, and that was Celtic Harlequin's second win of the season. So Matangi today the mount of Arul GH and drawn 6. 7 is Nautica. Nautica has had couple of starts in the season already, and race number 11 finished on 6th. The start we are looking at is from race number 11, and when Nautica was racing in 6th spot and finished on 6th. Subsequently has a start in race number 24, which we are unable to show you, where Nautica finished on 11th of 11. Nautica is the mount of Vinay Jaiswal. 8 is Prime Abyss. The start we are looking at is from the Bangalore summer meeting, where Prime Abyss had 3 starts. The start is from race number 141, where Prime Abyss was in 2nd spot, finished on 2nd. And Prime Abyss has had a mock race since coming to Calcutta. The mount of Limuddin, who claims 5 kilos off. Prime Abyss is drawn 3. We move on to the 7th and last race of the day, the Vanitas handicap for horses rate 41 to 66, rate 21 to 46, eligible to be run over a distance of about 2,000 meters. First, we're looking at Good Deeds. Good Deeds really reeled off a series of wins in the winter season. This season perhaps needed this run. This was in race number 33, where Good Deeds was in 2nd spot. When asked for an effort, Good Deeds dropped back and eventually finished on 4th of 4. The winner here was Arabesca. Good Deeds the mount of Alimuddin, who claims 5 kilos off. It's drawn 4. Next up, we are looking at 4, No Worry. No Worry had a very decent winter season, picking up a couple of wins and placing in most of the other races that No Worry ran. Over here in the monsoon season, No Worry had a start. That was in race number 30, where No Worry was in 12th spot. Made a couple of placings, as you can see, in the blue and white, and eventually finished on 10th. So that's the lineup for the day, ladies and gentlemen. See you at the races. Thank you for watching.